Today in Japan, the IAEA said it found radiation levels high enough to trigger an evacuation recommendation 40 kilometers away from the Fukushima reactors. To keep that in perspective, so far the evacuation order around that plant extends to 20 kilometers. The government has advised a voluntary evacuation to 30 kilometers, but in this town, 40 kilometers away, well beyond even the voluntary evacuation zone, the UN's nuclear agency said today they found radiation levels twice as high as the level at which that agency recommends that people evacuate. You may remember that on Friday on this show, we hosted a distinguished nuclear scientist named Professor Frank von Hippel from Princeton University. Dr. von Hippel described in our interview some mapping of high radiation readings in Japan that had been done by our American Department of Energy. We posted this on our blog. You can see the bright red line there. It goes northwest from the reactor. That's what was measured in Japan as of a week ago. Now check this out. The town that the IAEA says today showed dangerously high radiation levels 40 kilometers from the plant, that town is here. So that red line showed the extent of the highest levels of detected radiation emanating from the plant as of last Wednesday. The town where today the UN says radiation levels are twice what should prompt an evacuation. That town is just about right in line with where we have been able to see that radiation traveling across Japan all of this time. I generally think that learning more about something is a way to alleviate your fear about it, but in this case, when I asked producer Will Femia here on the show to put those maps together, and this is what he came up with, it did not make me feel better. It made me feel bad about what is going on there and how out of control this still is.